So I wasn't going to do anything. Wasn't going to do anything. But it's kind of pushed into this. I was kind of pushed into this situation. Kind of, like I said, never forced, but I'm pushed into a situation. Kind of promised the crew. This point on, no need to stay quiet anymore. Like the McGrady, like the great Muhammad Ali stated, knocking out all bombs. Knocking them out. Yeah, kind of pissed off about this. So what better way than to go about it and just get it out? Yeah, yeah. This the shit that we be talking about. This is the shit I'm talking about. So you guys go to the channel. I want everybody to go there for their fucking selves, okay? Go there. It's called the Rise Up Rundown. And these are the fucking fans that we be talking about right here. That we, as fans, have given them the opportunity. God has given them opportunity to use their platform for something good. That these people masquerade around as if they real Falcons fans. They tell people, they tell their friends, they tell their people, they hang around, and then they get mad when people call them out on their bullshit. Is this what Falcons fans do? Go on and make a fucking video how much the fucking team sucked before they even got to the damn season? Is this what Falcons fans do? Go out of their way to say shit like this? Falcons fans, let me know. Cause maybe I got shit fucked up. Maybe I got things messed up. Maybe I don't know the definition of what a Falcon fan is supposed to be. Maybe I got it fucked up. So, I told you guys, I've helped quite a few people. Help. I've spoken highly of people. I've seen something greater in a lot of people. This is the thing that I'm talking about when it comes down to Falcons fans and what the fuck we got to deal with. Shit like this. Yeah, this is the stuff we're talking about. So, this guy goes out of his way to say that this is an honest. Let me repeat this. Honest. Let me repeat it again, because maybe y'all didn't hear me the first time. Honest prediction for the Falcons. And if you go and listen to the whole statement, it's about how he don't like Dan Quinn, but Arthur Smith. This is the shit that we have to deal with as Falcons fans. like you go out of your way to say shit like this, that your honest opinion is this shit.
Oh my fucking ball. My bad. You don't need to stop the ball.
This is what we deal with. And that your honest Falcons fans' opinion is not to be positive. Like, which fan? What? Maybe I'm like I said. Maybe I got shit fucked up. But I thought that fans were supposed to see something positive. That they're supposed to believe in their team. That their team is supposed to be able to go to the Super Bowl. That your team was supposed to, do something great. But the first thing this motherfucker and people like him that are Falcons content creators, you tell me what the fuck you don't like and how much we gonna fucking suck. And then get mad at people like myself who call the bullshit out and say you're not a real Falcon fan. Where it is in any fan base where it states that you don't believe in your team. Because again, maybe I got shit fucked up. Maybe I got it wrong. So let me know what you guys think about this type of shit. So I'm gonna put the link in there so you guys can check it out for yourself. But this is the shit that I'm talking about right here. These people with these platforms, they go out of their way to shit on the Atlanta Falcons and then claim that they Atlanta Falcons fans. So again, where's in the handbook, in any fan's handbook, to say I'm gonna shit on my team and not believe them every chance that I get? Where they do that at? Where in any fan base, except for the Atlanta Falcons, then we got people in the chat that talking about, oh, we can't please everyone, we can't please. Look, come on, bro. That ain't what that's about. This is not what this is about. You claim to be a Falcons fan, but you shit on them every chance that you get. So yeah, where on God Green's earth do they do this at, other than the Atlanta Falcons fan base? Where on God Green's earth So Jack Savage, I love you, bro. All right, I'm not I'm not the most popular guy. All right, look. Well, I wouldn't even say that. All right, so y'all check out Jack Savage. Jack got some. Those guys over there, they got some great content. One time for the fan. Some great content creators over there. All right, Jack is one of those guys that I highly respect. I highly respect. I want to say that first and foremost. So a lot of guys out there, I really went out of my way to make sure a lot of these people, they understood how to get into this thing. They understood how to, make their mark in it and help them make their mark. But this is the stuff we talk. This is what we talking about when we talk about fan base. It's about representation. We shouldn't allow people outsiders to talk bad about our team. Just how I grew up. And it's like somebody talking shit about your homeboy. Guess what? You got to go straight up. Got to go head up. We got to go head up. We got to defend our boy. We got to defend our home girl. We got to defend our team. But what do you do with guys that's inside your camp that are going out of their way to make sure that everybody know that our team sucks? And most of your takes are based on what? How you feel. Most of your takes is based on how you feel. Nothing outside of I don't believe in Arthur Smith and I don't believe in these guys. Most of it is based on that. How you feel. How you feel as a real Falcons fans. We're going out of the way to, like I said, the video in itself speaks for itself. Let me see if I can play the video for you guys. All right. Give me a second. Let me see if I can play the video for you guys. Like I said, I think it's something that a lot of Falcons fans need to hear for themselves. So just give me a second. I got it. Here we go. Like I said, I just want you guys to, yeah, these are the people supposed to be.
Week one is that you can go on the field and pick up the eggs that the team laid. I remember all the people that doubted us in week one because we have bounced back in week two and we're going to be legit. You guys are acting like I overreacted last week. Maybe if you guys didn't keep telling Drake London that he's Drake London in London, it wouldn't have gotten to his head and we would have won the game. But no. That statement win number one for the Falcons this year. Wins versus the Texans and the Commanders. Statement win number two. The pirate ship shooting the cannon probably just got to Arthur Smith's head. He probably just got scared. I would be scared too. My only criticism is I wish that Arthur Smith was a little more motivated to beat his former team because the Titans were obviously just more, they were more motivated. That's all it is. They were just more motivated. I'm convinced that we fucking suck. I'm convinced that we're fucking back, baby. Let's go. Fine, but that win versus the Cardinals was really impressive. You have to admit, we are definitely not a legit team. I meant to say that we're legit. It's just hard to beat Aaron Rodgers. It's all it really is. What did I tell you? I said that we were good, and we just proved it today. Why is everyone saying that I said that the Falcons weren't legit? Like, we literally just got back-to-back statement wins. Oh yeah? Well, why don't you beat the Colts for the third time in your existence of being the NFL? You do it! Remember when every Falcons fan said we should get Justin freaking Fields in the draft? I never said that we should. I just was making fun of the fact that there were Falcons fans that said we should get Justin Fields. I was not a part of that group. I never once. Fine. I said it would be kind of cool if he was on the Falcons, but I never said that we should get him. I just was like, it's a cool idea, I guess. Ooh, man. I think the Falcons just laid a crap in New Orleans. Oh, I think that's just the smell of New Orleans in general.
Come on. Yeah, this is what we're dealing with, pimp. Jack, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a running joke at this point. And like I said, the joke is not even with people. I could take it if it were people that were outside the media, fans who don't necessarily know the Atlanta Falcons. But these are people. These are people that are fans. And Scotty, I believe the Falcons team do have at least 10 to 13 wins on them. Like, if you just look at how this team is built, outside of what we've seen in the back, what we've seen the prior years. First year, Arthur Smith won 7 games, and that team had no business winning 7 games. Let's just keep that real. That team had no business winning 7 games, right? We were just not built. Outside of Matt Ryan and a couple of guys, Grady Jarrett on the defense side of the ball, AJ Terrell, it's like the Falcons had no business even winning that many games. Just my personal opinion. If you just look at the offense, look at the wide receivers. We lost Calvin Ridley early within the week, and then Falcons went on a semi-tear. Like, they did pretty well, right? They played a lot of tough games. So they still won 7 games. And then you look at last year, same issues, a lot of injuries, especially going up against a team like Cincinnati. The Falcons definitely. This is one of the main reasons why they went out and got so many DBs, because playing Cincinnati, I think they had like 4 guys, and those was the 4 top guys on the depth chart. And then I think the one guy that we had that was familiar and had familiar with that team, with that defense of Dan Quinn, but Dean Pease was Cornell Armstrong. And C.K. Oliveira, $85 million in dead cap space. Like I said, this is NFL history in dead cap space. So they made history in dead cap space, NFL history, and still found a way to win 7 games. So this is one of the main reasons. Like I said, I understand that people trying to be I understand that people try to be funny and entertaining, but why does it always have to be our fans that make fun of our team when you so-call yourself an Atlanta Falcons fan? You're a Falcons fan. Why do we have to make jokes? Why are we the ones that put our team down? Why are we the ones that doing this and making us look even worse than what the media is portraying? What a lot of people, we already got people that don't believe in us. Then we got content creators like this doing stuff like this, making fun of the team. And then when you get called out, y'all want to block people. Y'all want to say, look, how you going to tell me how to be a fan? You don't support. If the first thing that you're saying is we're going to be 3-5, with the schedule that we're playing with the team that we've beat most of these teams. Most of the team that's right now, that's on our
We beat Aaron Rodgers before. It ain't like Aaron Rodgers has our number. We beat Aaron Rodgers before. We forgot about that. Like people talking about beating Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is gonna destroy us because he plays, with the Jets now. Yeah, we beat that same Jets team. We beat the Jets. We beat the Jets before. Yeah, we beaten the Bucks. We beaten the Saints. We beaten the Panthers. So what's the point? Like we're talking about stuff that when it comes down to it, man, it's like what's the point of Falcons fans always having to beat this team down constantly? So if you guys, like I said, check it out for yourself. Yeah, we're talking about a team, even with if I look at the schedule. All right, let me see if I can bring up the schedule. And like I said, this is an honest opinion. Just looking at this roster, Atlanta Falcons schedule. Okay, we got September 1st, obviously against the Panthers. That's a winnable game, even though Carolina Panthers have a very good defense, right? Very good defense. Respect that defense to the fullest. Then you have the Packers. The Packers with a Jordan Love who's yet to prove himself. You're gonna tell me it's like the Falcons can't beat the Panthers when they have Andy Dalton at quarterback? That's an easy win. It could go either way, but without a quarterback, I don't believe that the Panthers are going to be very good without a quarterback. I don't think that Bryce Young is going to be able to, you know, I think they're going to force him out there. I truly believe they're going to force him out there, and then the team like the Falcons, who have an experienced running game, they have experienced defense players, they have experienced players, they have a coach that knows what he's doing. So that's a winnable game. The Packers, that's a winnable game. They no longer have an Aaron Rodgers to lean on. Their defense is pretty good. But who's to say that Jordan Love is going to be the same guy? So that's a win. You have the Falcons and the Lions. That's going to be a tough game. I can see a loss there. The Falcons and the Jaguars. I just don't think Sunshine is he's a good quarterback, but he makes a lot of mistakes. And the Falcons can win that game. That's going to be a tough game. I'll just give a loss there, just being uh, I'll just give a loss there just to be unbiased. All right, just to be unbiased. I think the Falcons can end up beating the Jaguars. They have a pretty good defense. They get a high number of sacks, but their secondary is um, the secondary is definitely iffy. They were ranked 26th last year. The secondary, then you got the Texans. Like this clown had us losing to the Texans. We're not losing to the Texans. All right, the Commanders, pretty good defensive backs, pretty good defensive line, pretty good defense. Has a good running game. Has an okay offensive line, but their quarterbacks are a mess. All right, don't know who their quarterback is really truly going to be. So that's a win for the Falcons. Then you got the Bucks. So the Bucks are just an absolute mess. They got you know who at quarterback. Like let me. They got Baker Mayfield at quarterback. Kyle Trash. Um, Come on, bro. Like we're not losing to the Bucks. Then you got the Titans. The Titans don't know what the hell they want to be at any given time. So that's a win. Even with Derrick Henry, I just don't see the Falcons losing to them. They have a good defense. Jeffrey Simmons kind of runs that defense for the most part. But I think the Falcons have enough in the secondary to win that game. And then you got the Vikings. Vikings are a tough team. Good offense, good defense. That could easily be a loss for the Falcons. The Cardinals, that's a win. I just don't think they have a good enough defense. Then you got the Saints. That's a win against the Saints. You got the Jets. I think that's a win against the Jets, even with a Aaron Rodgers. They have a pretty good defense, but that could go either way. But I still think that's a win for the Falcons. The Bucks again, that's a win. And then you got the Panthers, they could easily win that game. And then you got the Colts, they can win that game. The Bears, that's a win. And then the Saints, that's a win. So again, I don't understand why there's so many people that go out of their way to say these types of things about, they make fun of the team. And they're supposed to be Falcons fans. These are the people that say they're Falcons fans and they do stuff like this. And DCW says we start at 6-1. Defenses aren't built to stop a powerful running game and show last year even stacked the boxes and we couldn't be stopped. And that's a great point, CK. That's another point right there. People have already shown the inability to stop this Falcons defense. And we're talking about the best of defenses last year. The Bucks were they were a highly ranked team. We ran through them. The Panthers are another pretty good defense last year. We ran through them. Like the Falcons had one of the best running games all last year, and they couldn't stop. And then, like I said, it's outside the easiest schedule. And Wallace, how you doing, bro? It's like, but these are the reasons why we talk about, like, we got these content creators that pitch these narratives, and they pitch these narratives, and they put in such a way, and you got to really be, keen on what they're doing and how they're saying certain things. They'll call themselves positive, but if you really listen to what they're saying, they always ask you questions about how bad the team is this guy really bad? How good do you think this guy really is? Like, that's not how Falcons fan. For instance, let's just say Desmond Ritter. We got content creators that go out and say, do you think that Desmond Ritter sucks? Why would a content creator that's supposed to be a Falcons fan ask Falcons fans, do you think he sucks? Gotta be real, you gotta really pay attention to this. And then they hide behind the idea that, oh, it's just an opinion. Yeah, of course, it's just an opinion. But again, why Falcons fans are going out their way to say these things. I don't think Bijan should be running back one. Tyler proved himself. What do you think? That's a good question. Bijan Robinson being number one running back. Arthur's going to start the guy that has proven himself and camp. Everybody's going to compete. I think everybody's going to compete, and I think for the most part, just based on that, I would say there's no starter until these guys prove themselves to be that. But I'll say this. Bijan has already pretty much stated that he's willing to work for his spot. So based on how Bijan is stating things and how he's saying things, I think he'll end up being RB2 or 3, depending on how everything goes. Now I think Bijan is gonna see significant snaps, but I don't see him starting over uh, Tyler Algier right now. And Joe Houston, the X factor is Ryan Nielsen, and put it to can he put it together? He never was a play caller. That's what I'm worried about. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say he was a play caller, but that defense was pretty much his. Um, he did have instances where he was with the Saints and he called plays. He just wasn't a primary play caller all the time. And now, one thing too, a lot of people don't know that Dan Quinn is not necessarily has always been a play caller. If you go back to 2016, he wasn't the original play caller. He only took over the play calling duty when he felt like guys weren't doing a good job of it. That's what happened with Richard Smith. He ended up firing Richard Smith because he felt Richard Smith wasn't calling the plays properly. And then he fired, I always forget his name, Marquand Manuel. He fired Marquand Manuel the same reason. Quite a few other guys that were calling the plays. So it's not uncommon for a defensive coordinator to not call plays. So that's not something that I'm worried about as far as him not being able to he hasn't thrown call plays. So I'm not worried about Ron Nielsen not calling plays. We still got guys there like a Jerry Gray, as well as a Ron Nielsen, but Jerry Gray and the linebackers coach, I forget his name right now, but he called plays last year for the Atlanta Falcons. So the Falcons have coaches there that can call plays. I'm not worried about that. And quite frankly, like I said, most coordinators, head coaches, have coordinators that call plays for them. Like Arthur, not Arthur, but um, you have uh, Andy Reid. Andy Reid in Kansas City, he had Eric Bieniemy calling the plays for him. All he was doing, he took over when he needed to. So that's what most coaches today do. They take over when they need to in key situations. So it's not uncommon for guys, for play callers, for coaches to not call plays for them. It's not uncommon. So I wouldn't necessarily uh, freak out too much over that. But yeah, I don't think Bijan will be the starter for the Falcons. I think it will ultimately be Tyler Algier, but don't count Kid out. Like, this kid really got. The more that I look at him, the more that I'm impressed with Bijan Robinson. The dude is just so naturally smooth. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how smooth he is. And he's a lot more talented in person than when you see him on film. And that's crazy to even say. When you see him in person, when you see him in practice, dude is so damn smooth. It's like he makes moves, the cuts, jumping, he makes it look so easily and effortless. And this is what I love about Bijan Robinson right now. And like I said, I know it wasn't a popular opinion, popular pick as far as the draft is concerned, but yeah, he's so damn smooth.
But I'm like I said, to get back to this, and he's not off the hook, bro. We got to start bringing a lot of these creators. We got to start bringing these guys. We have to start calling these guys out, man. So many content creators make negative content, and then they get mad at you. And they, like, one thing I've noticed too, if you go on a lot of these damn creators live shows, they not like the Atlanta Falcons Nation. They not like the Atlanta Falcon Nation where we go and we read everybody's comment. If they see a comment that they don't like, they won't read it. They won't read your stuff. We read everything. We let everybody see everything. We're gonna respond to every negative, every positive, every a comment that is that may be in the middle, a little bit optimistic. We're gonna read all of that. We're gonna give everybody a chance to read every. But most of these content creators, they're gonna try to ignore everything that people if they don't like it, if it's not positive in their eyes, they won't give you time of day. But I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to highlight that video because this is exactly what we're talking about. This is exactly what we're talking about when we talk about these Falcons content creators adding to the narrative that we already have. We already have the national media making articles about how we gonna fucking suck. We already got guys like Colin Cowherd to go out of their way to say, I don't see how the Falcons are gonna cover 8.5. Bro, we've been a 7-win team for the last 2 years. With less on the roster, and you trying to tell me with a straight face that you don't see the Falcons being able to cover 8.5? Bro, we have guys like Cordero Patterson, Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson. This is a run-first team. This team right here that we have, this is probably the deepest offensive line that we've had in quite some time. And you trying to tell me that we can't cover 8.5? Now, if you were talking about 10.5, possibly, okay? 10.5, we can see that. I can see why people. Why? Because we've yet to see what this Falcons team can do on the field right now. But if you just look at this team on paper, Tyler Algier, 1,000-yard rusher himself, CP. This guy had 1,200 all-purpose yards. Himself, Pro Bowl caliber player himself. And then you had Bijan Robinson, who is, if you look at all last year, I think he had like 1,800 all-purpose yards or something like that in college. So we have a team that is these guys are extremely talented on the offensive side of the ball, and that's just the backfield. If you look at the wide receiver core, Matt Hollins is another one of those guys. He quietly put up 400-500 yards himself as a deep threat. Scotty Miller, another one of those guys. He can give you 300, 400 yards in a year. He's done that. And then you have Drake London. You got Drake London who's coming to his own. I think everybody can, for the most part, see that he's a legit player. I don't think anybody can deny the fact that Drake London is a very good player. But we got to stop all these clown-ass Falcons content creators that pretend to be Falcons fans. Why is it okay for you to just talk shit about your team and then think it's okay? That's the stuff that, like I said, that's the stuff that really bothers me. Is that we go out our way to say that we are Falcons fans, and I'm a real Falcon fan because I go to the games and I buy season tickets. I'm a real Falcons fan, and then when the Falcons are losing, guess what? You ain't going. You're selling the tickets. Yeah, I know, because I see y'all in the Atlanta Falcons Nation trying to sell the tickets in all these groups. Yeah, we see it. We see these people who claim to be season ticket holders. Yeah, they be in our groups, sending it to our admins, talking about how they Falcons fans. That's the shit I'm talking about. What are we doing? Is that what you think is? A tight end like a tight end like unquote unquote. Let me say that again. A tight end like Kyle Pitts is coming back from injury. You don't think this guy's gonna come back hungry and strong? To team with a Drake London that hasn't played with a Desmond Ritter? He's yet to play with a Desmond Ritter. He's yet to play with a Desmond Ritter, and we're talking about the Falcons can't and what we can and cannot do. There's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of people out here just fake, fake, fake. And if you had Lamar Jackson on his team, no one would be complaining about whether or not this Falcon team is good enough. Let's keep that real. Most of these people are only in their feelings because we don't have that quarterback that stands out. Most of these content creators and most of these people, these analysts, are only focused on one position. They don't believe in his team because we don't have a Lamar, or we don't have a what they would deem a star-studded quarterback. And let me throw this out here too. All these people up here talking about Jalen Hurts is a star. No, he not. Jalen Hurts is not a star. He ain't proved a damn thing. Tell me what Jalen Hurts has proven. Yeah, I know people ain't gonna like this. Tell me what Jalen Hurts has proven. But he's been in the league 3-4 years, and this is the first time out of his career that we said, oh, damn, this is a good quarterback. This is the first time we've said that. It's been a question mark on him all this time. And this is the first time that people have said that Jalen Hurts is that guy. So much so, we finally started to get him a contract off of this 1 year. He hasn't proven anything. Because he got to do it again. Nobody want to see a Jalen Hurts not go back to the NFC Championship. You make it to the Super Bowl, especially with this defense and how they are at this point, it's Super Bowl or bust. Jalen Hurts has to live up to what he did last year or bust. Period, point blank. He will not have a defense like that again. You won't have a defense like that again, Jalen. I don't think that defense is, for one, they're older. Two, I just think they don't have the same kind of guys. Hassan Reddick is pretty much the guy who we thought he was. He disappeared in the biggest game of them all. Did not play well at all. And I'm gonna just be real. Like I don't really see, like, outside of him running the ball and throwing a couple of deep passes here and there, it was an okay performance. I saw the exact same thing with Jalen Hurts what I saw early in Russell Wilson's career. They put him in positions where he scored most of the touchdowns, when most of the touchdowns they could have easily handed the ball off to the running back, and the running back got those 2-yard touchdowns. I think 2 or 3 of those touchdowns with Jalen Hurts, where he got short yardage touchdowns. And then in the game also, early in the game, these guys kept going for it on 4th down. Yeah, he kept going for it on 4th down. That's not an efficient offense if you can't consistently have to keep going for it on 4th down. That's not an efficient offense. If you always got to look at your quarterback to go for your offense to go forward on 4th down, that's not an efficient offense. For years, Matt Ryan went forward. The Falcons we said, the Falcons offense isn't good enough. But I haven't seen anything special out of Jalen Hurts. He benefited for a great defense. Let's keep that all the way 100. And that's been the case all year. The offensive coordinator / coach he was super aggressive like that. Why? Because he knew he had a defense that could get him the ball back. Yeah, he had a defense he knew who could get the ball back to them. So that's why he went for it a lot of times. It wasn't the fact that Jalen Hurts was just so spectacular. All he had to really do is run that RPO and hand the ball off a bunch of times. Because the defense was doing most of the work, the brunt of the work, stopping, getting in the ball. And then guess what? Yeah, he ended up, before you know it, it's 28-3. It's 28-7. It's 35-10 in the first quarter, the first half. I saw that so many times with the Philadelphia Eagles last year, where before the second half even began, the game is already over. But like I said, so many people, they so focused on having a quarterback, they don't look at the fact that those guys, a lot of these quarterbacks are benefiting from having a team that's well built. And again, offense got a good running game, good passing game, good coaching, a good offensive line, good defensive line, good secondary that can get turnovers. They benefit from these things. And then we wonder why quarterbacks from year to year, they up and down, is because the defense, the offense, the offensive line is not the same. The offense isn't the same. The defense isn't the same for the most part. But one thing I can say, how you know how good a quarterback is, when everything else is around him is changing, offense, defense, special teams, coaching, but he's still putting up the same numbers. That's when you know you got a quarterback. When there's constant change around him, but this guy still find a way to get 4,000 yards. He still find a way to get, 5,000 yards. And we saw that in Matt Ryan. We saw that in Drew Brees. We saw that in Tom Brady. We see that in Patrick Mahomes. The offense continuously changes over and over and over again, and we see consistent. So no, Jalen Hurts is not the real deal, and no, Jalen Hurts is not a superstar quarterback. He just got paid. It was his time to get paid, and now he has to prove that he's a superstar quarterback. People are so quick to give a quarterback a superstar label because he got paid. What the fuck that means? Because you got paid money, you're a superstar? Just because you're a quarterback, you got paid, you're a superstar. Doesn't work that way. That's not how it works. You got to be able to prove that you're a good quarterback. In 1 year in the MVP race does not mean that you're a superstar quarterback. And we see that with who? Yeah, Mr. Lamar Jackson. There was a reason why teams didn't want to give him that much money. Yeah, that was a reason why team didn't want to give Lamar Jackson. That was a reason why a team didn't want to trade for that much money. Trade him. Yeah, there's a reason for that. There was a reason why Jalen Hurts was drafted in the second round. Flaws. But we go out of the way to try to, praise these guys and put them on a pedestal because they're on good teams. Instead of praising the team, we put guys on pedestals. And then you look at guys like Drake London, Desmond Ridder, who now is starting to quote unquote benefit from a good team. Had a pretty good defense. He was 2-2 when he started. 2-2. 2-2. Let me say it again. 2-2. That is 2-2. He ended up doing all right. Desmond Ridder is a 2-2. Pretty good numbers if you compare to how other young quarterbacks came in. Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, all these guys. His number was damn near identical to those people. And this is what we're talking about when it comes down to trying to compare a lot of these quarterbacks. Y'all try to compare them to quarterbacks that have already been established. It's not a fair assessment. You compare him based on what we've already seen. You compare him to an early Matt Ryan. You compare him to an early Tom Brady. That's a fair assessment. You don't compare a Desmond Ridder in his year 1, 2 to a guy like a Tom Brady in his 19th year. Foolishness. Yeah, that like I said, that's the crazy stuff that we deal with. And I'm sorry, but I had to I had to get on this because this is the shit that like it's getting to the point where I'm not going to be quiet anymore. I'm not going to get quiet anymore. When I see this shit happens, when we have these Falcons content creators go over and over and over again, and the first thing they ask us fans is, "Do you think Desmond Ridder sucks?" Why isn't these questions for us? Do you think Desmond Ridder can lead us to the Super Bowl? You gotta know exactly what I'm talking about. You heard them. Most of these people, we share the same lives and we share the same platform as YouTube. Y'all hear it and y'all see it for yourself. These people ask you the wrong questions. It's always, do you think he sucks? It's never about, all right, can Desmond Ridder take us to a Super Bowl? You never ask those questions. It's always harping on what the fuck he can't do. Why aren't we saying that Desmond Ridder runs a 4.4? Why aren't we saying that Desmond Ridder is a mobile quarterback, he can move around? Why aren't we talking about the fact that Desmond Ridder is a winner? Why aren't we talking about the fact that Tyler Algier broke a franchise record? Why aren't we talking about this stuff? But we keep talking about what the fuck we can't do. Talk about everything. We talk about everybody else and how positive, how great LeBron is, how great Steph Curry is. But when it comes down to our own players, let's bash them out every chance that we fucking get. Let's talk about how bad Trae Young is as a teammate. Even though this guy is probably one of the greatest point guards that we've ever graced this fucking the league, we're gonna talk about what Trae can't do. Trae ain't got a ring. Trae ain't got this, and Trae ain't this. This is the fucking culture that we have in Georgia. And then wonder why Mad Mike is Mad Mike. And then wonder why AFN continues to call out these bullshit ass content creators that go out of the way and talk about everybody else's positives except for this team's positives. This is the shit that I'm talking about. Why do we always have to focus on what the fuck we can't do and what he can do, what everybody else can do? Oh my God, Tom Brady's just the greatest quarterback ever, man. If we just had a quarterback like him, we're never gonna have one like that. So get used to this. Man, Mike ain't shutting up. Mad Mike is going to continue to call out content creators and big creators, right? The bigger platforms. I'm gonna continue to call them out. Hurts had 2 good receivers, a brick wall offensive line, 70 sack defense. You see what I'm talking about? Like these are the things that we're talking about that he has at his disposal, and then we jacking him off because he has all of that. See what he has? $706, what's happening, pimp? We know Falcons fans are half-timers, just want to entertain and see ESPN highlights. And like I said, that's like I said, I want to be entertained too. It's not even that. It ain't even that. But my thing is everybody want to focus on what the Falcons can't do. It's always, we're going to suck. It's always the absolute worst first. That's my problem. And it be the same people that talking about, oh, the Dallas Cowboy fans are delusional. No, they not. They just real fans. Most of them a little cuckoo. They don't know their own history. Look, a lot of them are cuckoo. I'm not going to say they don't have cuckoo fans. But they believe every year that they can win a Super Bowl. That's what real fans do. I believe, given the right circumstances, this team can make it to the NFC Championship. Now, I'm not delusional and say I think they can win a Super Bowl, because we still got a few things. And, like, for one, we got to make sure that this offensive line is really, really legit. And two, we got to make sure that we can expand on our passing game. That's two. And then three, we got to worry about whether or not Desmond Ridder is the real deal, because he's still young. He still has to prove himself. And another four, we got to make sure that Ryan Nielsen is the real deal as a defensive coordinator. So we got a lot of issues. So I'm not going to say that the Falcons are going to make it to the Super Bowl, but given what we see in the NFC, I can give you a clear picture on how the Atlanta Falcons can make it to the Super Bowl, the NFC Championship. But the Dallas Cowboy fan, they know, look, they speak positive about their team every year. I've never seen one Dallas Cowboy content creators shit on their team over and over and over and over and over again. I never see them say that year after year. We gonna suck, we gonna suck, we gonna suck. I don't see that from the Cowboys fans. I don't see that from the Packers fans. When the last time y'all seen Tom Gross shit all on the Packers and say, we can't do this and we can't do that? We don't see that. We only see that with Atlanta Falcons fans. We only see that here. See, that Boondocks have a double meaning. Yeah. Those who know, probably in this chat right now, they know what this. They know exactly what this Boondocks thing means. So y'all gonna see this quite often on this. Cause like I said, I'm tired of being quiet. Tired of being nice. Tired of being quiet. Time to call them out. Nobody's gonna believe in this team except for us. I'm not gonna let these fake ass content creators, these halftime ass content creators, only focus on what the fuck we can't do. Nobody believed us in 2016. That's how the Falcons even made it to the Super Bowl, because nobody believed in us. They had us going 5-11 in 2016. Nobody believed in this team in '98. Nobody believed in us. We believed in us. The Falcons believed that if they played solid defense, ran the damn ball, that they could go up there and beat one of the greatest offenses in the history of the game in the Minnesota Vikings. The Falcons believed that, and the Falcons fans believed that, and we end up doing it. But when we have these people, look, I tell y'all one thing, and it's a little bit outside. Psychology is real strong. One of the main reasons why they don't like to show casualties of war, because if they showed the casualties of war and how many people they killed and died, nobody would want to show up in the military. Nobody would go to the military. If they showed you how these veterans are going over there, getting their limbs blown up and blown to smithereens, nobody would be able. So that's the reason why they don't show you certain things. They want to keep you and keep your mental at a certain point. And this is what these Falcons fans be doing. These Falcon content creators, they do the same thing. They sugarcoat, and tell you, oh, well, this guy's just like this. Why can't he be here? Because they don't want to show you all the other stuff. They don't want to talk about the fact that, guess who? Tom Brady never had a defense that was ranked in 25 below. This man never had a defense ranked 25 or below. And then wonder why he going to the Super Bowl. And then wonder why Tom Brady, year after year after year, is going to the Super Bowl, because he got a top 10 defense every fucking year. Matt Ryan had 2 top 10 defenses his whole 14-year career with the Atlanta Falcons, and we up here wondering why we can't go to a Super Bowl and why we can't win. And then you wonder why Tom Brady is always in the top, or why he's always near the Super Bowl, in the playoffs. Yeah, because his defenses are good. And this is one of the reasons why I say I'm not gonna crown no fucking Jalen Hurts. The motherfuckers had 70 sacks in a season. But you want me to crown him as a great quarterback after 1 year where his defense had 70 sacks? Come on, bro, get out of my face with that bullshit. This is the stuff we be talking about that people don't want to talk about. Everybody want to talk about what the fuck can't happen. The Falcons have a deep rotation now. They finally have a rotation of guys that's going to be able to give Grady Jarrett some help. Calais Campbell, David Onyemata, Caden Ellis, Arnold Ebiketie, Lorenzo Carter, D'Angelo Malone, Zach Harrison. All these guys, that's about a 6-7 man rotation right there. Much better than what we had in previous years. Jesse Bates, Jeff Okudah, D. Alford. Damn, right on the tip of my tongue. The cornerback we just signed. Good gracious. But we have a much deeper team right now. But these are the things that these goofy ass content creators don't want to talk about, because you're so infatuated with what everybody else get, and so infatuated with being negative. People are brainwashed. Being negative, Trey Flowers. God damn it, how could I forget that? But Trey Flowers, this is a deep team now, bro. It's because, look, I still don't understand why Atlanta fans constantly crap all over Ice Trade. The guy is a great player, and now they're doing the same thing to Ritter. Yeah, they've been brainwashed by these content creators. Guys like the Mike Bells, all these guys. The Mike Bells and all these people that's on the air. We've been brainwashed by these people to think negative is cool. To shit on people is cool. To not believe is cool. To always thinking about what the fuck we can't do is cool. They've been brainwashed. Yeah. Yeah, everybody trying to, the biggest thing that people trying to do now, they're trying to find the more popular guy that they can find. They find the popular guy, the cool kid, and then they try to break him down so they can make a name off of him by being negative and shitting on him so much that they'll get tired and take their talents elsewhere. That's the, again, this is the new normal. This is what people do now. You got people that suck. Look, their whole job is to make sure that a guy feels like shit. And this is why Stephen A. Smith is a piece of shit in my eyes. That man talked so much shit about Kwame Brown for over 20 years. Talk about how he's sorry, like he's the worst guy in basketball history. Trust me, if you've seen basketball, Kwame Brown is not the worst player in history. If you're Atlanta Hawks fan, you remember John Concat. Anybody remember John Concat? Oh my God, I forgot about Eddie Gorman. Good, thank you, JJ, my bad. Talk shit about this man for 20 years. How Kwame Brown was this and he sucked and he's ass. and he's the biggest bust in NBA history. And then when he started clapping back, guess what? Everybody got mad at him, say you going too far. Y'all been clapping back up. Y'all been clapping at this man for years, cuz. And then when a motherfucker clap back, y'all want to get mad and say you going too far. That man said look like dude from Blues Clues, Steve from Blues Clues. Like I said, my whole thing is I'm tired of these fucking Falcons fans masquerading as Falcons fans, pretending as if they Falcons fan, but all they do is lead with negativity. I've gotten so many comments lately on Mike, why are you always so damn positive? Why are you so? But y'all got on y'all got on my nerves defending Marcus Mariota all last year. Y'all know how many of y'all thought to yourself and be honest about this. Be honest when I say this, when I ask this question. How many of you guys got sick of me and K Styles when we said Marcus Mariota is doing fine, he will be fine? How many of y'all got sick of that? Let's keep that real. Just want to see how many people actually tell the truth. If y'all got tired of me constantly defending Marcus Mariota, me, K Styles, and the AFN crew, they're saying Marcus Mariota to be fine. Just like I said, I just want to hear people understand. I just want to see what people really thought. Because a lot of people, it's not, like, trust me, there's so many people, we were saying, he'll be fine, he'll be fine, he'll be fine. Even though he's playing like complete ass, we still was like, yeah, he'll be fine. So how many of you guys thought that? Like, bro, y'all tripping. JBM 93. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you for being honest. Look, I love honesty. I love honesty. Let's be honest about it. Because Marcus Mariota is pure ass, okay? Pure ass. But I bit my tongue despite what I was saying in the chat. We have a AFN chat. Mactown Dirty, I appreciate you, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Let's be honest about it. But like I said, I'm not gonna go out and bash a guy when I know Marcus Mariota. Like, Marcus Mariota is never gonna be a superstar. Chances are Des Mariota is never gonna be a superstar. But I'm not gonna bash him until I actually see what the hell he's capable of. I didn't know if Marcus Mariota was gonna suck the way he sucked. I didn't know that for sure, 100% certainty. We had other issues. Our wide receiving core wasn't as good. You know, we struggled offensively. Our defense struggled. So I'm not gonna say it was all his fault, but it's like a lot of things. But look, I was screaming plenty of times in them damn chats about Mariota not just throwing the damn ball. Throw the damn ball. All that patting the ball and not throw. Look, guys wide open, he still wouldn't throw it. But we stuck with him. Why? Because he's our quarterback. And these are the things that I just don't understand. Why do we always have to think about everything negative? Yeah, hey, what's up, Warren? He said he was tired of defending Marcus Mariota. Bro, that dude got on my damn nerve, bro. Look, if y'all was in them chats, it was like I was losing my damn mind. But I wasn't gonna put that shit on the internet. I wasn't gonna put that shit on social media. I wasn't gonna do that. That's not what I like. I'm not gonna tell this man constantly over and over and over again how bad you suck. That's not what coaches do. That's not what real fans do. Now I'll come out and say, man, yeah, I don't know about Marcus Mariota. That man playing like absolute ass right now. You did hear her say that. But I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to go out and bash the man every chance we get. And then we got people that's outside our fan base that bashing him and then say, yeah, y'all right. Nah, even if he's ass, I'm still going to defend him in front of, other people, in front of the crowd. Nah, only we have the opportunity to bash him. Y'all don't. Especially a damn Bucks fan, when y'all had to buy y'all championship. Especially a Panthers fan who can't damn draft or trade or develop a quarterback to save their life, and y'all want to talk about Marcus Mariota. Y'all can't even buy a damn quarterback. Y'all can't develop a quarterback, can't draft a quarterback. Everything y'all do is fail. But y'all want to talk about Marcus Mariota. No, I'm not going to allow it. Silas, how you doing, bro? You roll with your team in hopes he will turn around. And that's, like I said, that's it. No, I'm not asking everybody to be like Mad Mike. But all we see from these content creators are how bad we're going to do. And they like I said, just pay attention to their content, bro. Just pay attention to the comments. All right, pay attention to the comments that they don't read. That's the thing. When y'all go in these people's lives, pay attention to the comments when people disagree that they do not read. A lot of content creators only read the shit that they like, that coincide with their ideas. They only read the comments that coincide with their ideas. They never have people on that disagree with them and they can sit down and talk to them. When was the last time y'all saw these content creators sit down with somebody that have a completely different idea than them? When was the last time y'all saw somebody that goes who all right, most of these content creators, let's just say this, most of them wanted Lamar Jackson. When was the last time you saw anybody from AFN on one of these guys' shows? Just to sit down and holler. It don't even have to be me. When was the last time that y'all saw people? Because apparently Mad Mike is a problem. Mad Mike is a problem, and Mad Mike creates too much controversy. That's why they don't want me on their shows. But why won't they sit down and talk to the ATL therapist? Why won't they talk to Big Ant? Why won't they talk to Blackberry? Why won't they talk to K-Styles? Why won't they sit down and talk to Miss Maggie? Why won't they talk to Coach? Why don't they have these people on their channels? There's a reason for it. Because we are in your face and we make your comments, we point out your comments, we break down every detail of it. They don't want to be that. They don't want to have a conversation. They want to be right. They don't want to talk. They don't want to sit down and have a conversation with us. And like I said, it don't have to be me. Why won't you talk to K-Styles? And like I said, when was the last time that you saw any one AFN crew member being shouted out by anybody outside of it? Why are they so afraid of AFN? Why are they so afraid of AFN when we went out to these people and say, all right, you want to come on the show? Y'all want to come holler at us? Everybody say no. Or they make these excuses of why they can't come on. Y'all ever notice that? Y'all ever notice the fact that these people do not want to deal with AFN? There's a reason for it. Because they know we're right. They know we're going to challenge every viewpoint. They know that AFN is going to challenge every viewpoint. We're going to sit down and have a discussion. They don't want to have a conversation. Ask yourself, ask them next time, all right? When you go to these people live shows, ask them, why aren't you guys offering AFN crew members to come on your show? Everybody get love except for AFN. Only the true fans of Atlanta Falcons fans, and y'all don't really care. Y'all show us love, and like I said, I love it. I love the way y'all support us, man. I thank God for it every day. Y'all rep for us. Y'all sit in here in these comment sections and give us nothing but love, showing nothing but love, even when we make fun of you. Y'all make fun of us, we make fun of us. Y'all represent. But ask yourself, when you in these content creators, put it on their videos. Why are you guys running away from AFN? Why y'all guys don't want to talk to AFN? Ask them. Ask these people, why aren't you guys talking with AFN? Think about it. Yeah, we know a lot of people watch our shows. A lot of these content creators love. And like I said, I have nothing but love and respect for a lot of these people, because let's keep it real. Mad Mike in the very beginning, gave most of these people a shot because I saw something special in them. But again, how many of these people will not even give Blackberry a shot to come on and show what he can do? They won't even give Coach Unchained a shot to come on and show his knowledge. They won't even give ATL therapists an opportunity to sit down and talk with more Falcons fans. They won't even go on these people. They won't even reach out and say, man, I love Warren. You know, Warren got some, that dude do one hell of a good impression of D-Led. Warren knows exactly what he be talking about. He does his thing. K-Styles, man, the dude's smooth. He funny as hell, all this shit. Blackberry, look, talk about passion. Dude is on point with his shit. Big Sam, all these people on this crew, but nobody will go out of their way to invite any one of these guys to come on. It's a reason for that. It's a reason for that. And like I said, not staying quiet anymore. We got to start holding these content creators. And Silas, I love what you just said right there. Silas, thank you, sir. I love you for that. All different personalities and viewpoints. But we argue like hell all the time on a lot of these subjects. You see me and Sam going at it all the time. Sam and I, oh my God. If y'all really knew how much me and Sam argue about, not just Falcon stuff, but all types of sports, yeah, we argue all the time. Hell, we argue with Chuck. We argue with Chuck in this motherfucker all the time. And I love Chuck. Chuck be saying some crazy stuff, but Chuck be saying a lot of good shit too. We don't have to always agree. You feel me? Because they're scared of the truth and don't want to be put on Front Street, exposing bias and end up losing subscribers. Look, it don't look, like I said, if you feel that what you do is the truth, if you feel as though that you are honest about your viewpoints, you would have no reason to not ask one of these guys from AFN to come on your show and just sit down and talk and have a beer. Sit down and talk and have a conversation. But they are afraid of AFN. They scared of them. They try to avoid us at all costs because they don't want to have the conversation. They don't want to be exposed. They don't want to be exposed for the bullshit that they talk about. I've been on everybody's show. So like I said before, this year, Terry Fontenot, Arthur Smith, these guys have shown us that they don't give a flying fuck about what any of us think. They don't care about what Mike thinks. They don't care about what you think. They're gonna do what they feel is good for their team. And I can only respect that. Pound for pound, JR, he's a cool kid. He's a cool dude. But like I said before, a lot of these people won't, like I said, they won't have a conversation with us. They won't even accept like I said, they won't even accept our invite. They ignore us. They try to act like we're not there. But guess what? The people who support the Falcons and support us, y'all will never let us go unheard. And that's why we owe everything to you guys. And that's where we're going to continue to shine because of y'all. So I appreciate you guys. Love you guys for all that shit. But we're going to expose. We're going to talk. One thing they hate about Martin Luther King is Martin Luther King would not shut the hell up. One thing they hate about Malcolm X is because Malcolm wouldn't shut up. Yeah, they hated those brothers because they were everywhere. And you couldn't deny their charisma. You couldn't deny their talent. You couldn't deny the truth. What we do over here is all about having a conversation. And we just want to have a conversation with you guys. So Atlanta Falcons fans, if you see this and you hear this, reach out to your content creators and ask them, when are you coming on Mad Mike Sports? When are you coming on AFN? When are you going to invite Blackberry and all those guys on the show? When? So with that being said, I'm going to end it. I appreciate everybody for joining us. But I'm hungry than a motherfucker right now. Probably need to drink a little something. But I'm tired of the negativity. I'm sick and tired of these content creators always putting out negative content about what the fuck we can't do when we've yet to play a single game. It'd be something completely different if we were playing games or we were stinking up the joint. But we've yet to play one damn game, and we already talking about what we can't do. Time to speak up, time to stay loud. AFN Mad Mike Sports is going to speak up, and we're going to be loud, and we're going to be in your face. That's all I got to say about that. Pop my collar, go drink me a little sip. Silence. All you guys, appreciate it. Love you guys. That's all I got to say about that. I'm out.